What's up, peeps? It's time for another reaction video. Gotta do Andrew Tate again. This guy's blowing and breaking the algorithm on social media. This is Andrew Tate, Jay Waller, and Rollo Tomassi doing a video on should you chase girls or excellence on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Let's get straight into it. Boom. Let's go.
First of all, you should never chase girls. You should be on that mission, and on the way, you run slap the fuck over them. Because they get in the way, bro. You absorb them. You never chase them anyway. You don't chase girls. You're there. You are who you are. You're on your own mission. They see it, and then they chase you. It's really that simple.
Yeah, you absorb them. Absolutely.
You absorb women.
You nailed it. That's a good word. Absorb them. I'm gonna start saying that. I absorb some bitches.
Yeah, I absorb women.
I absorb the bitches.
I don't chase them.
Take their souls.
Yeah,
take their
it's
souls.
gravitational. They suck into you.
But the truth is this, like the counterpoint, just for the sake of playing devil's advocate for the sake of the show, the counterpoint is that Justin's completely right. That's the way you should be. However, I do personally believe that for a man to have a happy life and a happy existence, that women are actually very important. I don't think
Nice. Andrew Tate being a little bit honest for once. He's calmed himself down. Usually he's extremely aggressive and he's going, F these bitches, hoes, bam, 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 bam. I've got multiple chicks. And now this time he's saying it's important for a man to have a woman in his life. And it's nice to hear that. Now, Jay Waller dropped some serious lines just there about chasing excellence rather than chasing girls, right? That's definitely, in my opinion, 100% true. You need to be the man. And once you are the man, women will see that you are the man. And they will start being on your case. They'll start checking you out. They'll start floating around you. They might drop you a message here and there. No girl is going to chase a loser guy. It's not going to happen. There's a great line which is girls wait at the finish line for the winners, not at the start line to see who's going to start the race well. They wait at the finish line to see who has completed the race the best and first. And that's who they're going to pick. And they'd rather share a winner rather than take a loser because the winners are already taken. They'd rather share a winner. Let's keep going.
any man out here, what are those guys who give up on girls called?
Black pill?
I don't know. Incel, black pills, incels, whatever. The guys who completely give up.
Yo, black pill is some really crazy stuff, by the way. I just started getting into this whole like black pill community and learning about what they're all about. Black pill's madness, right? So quick one, let me explain this, right? Blue pill is accepting the world for the way it is in your eyes. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I'm going to find my dream woman. I don't need to go to the gym. It will be fine. That's kind of like fantastical way of thinking. Red pill over here is an improvement mindset where you're thinking, I need to improve. I need to hit the gym. I need to read books. I need to have a successful business. The more I improve, the more chance I have of getting more beautiful women, the more chance I have of becoming successful. Red pill is all about improvement. Black pill, on the other hand, black pill is stating the facts and not pretending, but imagining that there's actually nothing you could do about it. So if you're a short guy and you're like short, fat, and bold, you're getting no chicks, period. Done. Even if you got the money. That's black pill. Black pill is like the tallest, most handsome men get all the girls. And you as a short, fat, bold guy are getting no women. Sorry, dude. That's the fact of the matter. Give up right now. So that's black pill. Some scary stuff, to be honest. Now, do I necessarily agree with black pill? To an extent, I do, but I am definitely a red pill kind of person. I believe you can improve your life. And if you listen to these guys, Jay Waller, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Rollo Tomassi, they're all about being able to improve and becoming a G, as Andrew Tate puts it. And becoming a G increases your chance of having a beautiful woman and of being successful. Let's crack
on females and say, well, my life will be easier and happier. I completely disagree. I think that females are a very, very important part, a very healthy piece of a good life. And I think that for that reason, they're important. Just like food is important and money's important and health is important. And if you're completely lacking in any one area, it's going to dominate your thinking and it's going to destroy your world, right? If you have no food, all you care about is food. If you have no pussy, all you care about is pussy. So there's obviously a degree of balance, but what Waller said is absolutely correct. You need to be on your mission. You need to be the man. And it needs to be one of the many things you need to do as a man. It can't be all you do, just like the gym shouldn't be all you do and working shouldn't be all you do. But they're all things that need to be done. You can't go through life and just completely neglect the ability or the need to acquire females, absorb sorry, to absorb females. But that shouldn't be your sole purpose, right? You have to be balanced. You have to be a balanced individual.
Massive fact. Andrew is dropping serious bars. Although I don't always agree with him and he can be a super aggressive masculine male, now he's dropping exactly my life philosophy. Balance. You need to have pieces of everything. Anywhere you're lacking, you're going to feel it. If you're not getting girls, you're going to feel it. If you're not eating well, you're going to feel it. If you're drinking too much alcohol, you're going to feel it. If you're not training in the gym, you're going to feel it. If you're not treating your family right, or you're not calling your parents enough, you're going to feel it. If you're not spending enough quality time with your social connections, you're going to feel it. You see what I mean? Like, it's a hard life, so you need to balance all of the different things on what I call the wheel of life. If you go Google the wheel of life, you'll see that there are 8 different things that you need to balance in your life. And if one of them is out of balance, boom, you feel the pain, and the rest of your life is actually impacted. Big bars getting dropped.
And you're dead on about that. Remember, because we were talking about it at lunch the other day. I look at it like buckets, because you could be a super fit dude, but once that bucket fills up, it overflows. It's not worth anything anymore. Money, same thing. You can be worth $100 million. If you're a fat fucking dork, you're not getting pussy. So there's buckets, and they all can fill up, and it's the average of all those buckets.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can be as rich as you want. If you're a short, fat dork with no game, it doesn't help you anymore. You can be.
Yo, these boys, I mean, I've never heard more truth in my life at the moment. These guys are dropping crazy truth bars. Even if you got 100 mil and you don't look after yourself and you don't know how to talk to girls and you don't have much confidence, yeah, you can buy chicks and buy prostitutes, but that's not getting girls. That's not attracting women. That's paying for women. You're going to feel like shit. You only feel good if you're actually attracting the woman because she wants to be with you. These guys are dropping crazy truths today.
Super in shape, but broke.
Yeah.
And with no game. Same problem. So you have to do it across all of those things to get an overall best score, because you can fill that money bucket up and be a dork and it doesn't matter.
It's the law.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I love that, man.
That's a great analogy.
No, it's the law of diminishing returns, isn't it? If you're in good enough shape, getting down that extra 1% body fat takes all those extra hours and nobody really cares. What you have to understand as a man is, and this is actually quite remarkable to me, is that as a man, we're born with absolutely zero value. We can build ourselves into what we want to be. I get people messaging me all the time.
Red pill philosophy, you hear that? Build yourself to what you want to be. Improvement. It's not just you're a man, you're tall, you're all good, you're good looking, you're tall, you got everything in life, bro. You got it going on. I know loads of tall, good looking dudes who came from actually pretty wealthy families. These guys are losers now. They don't know how to dress, don't know how to walk, don't know how to train, don't have good businesses. These guys are losers. Red pill is the way, and he's just described it. You have no value when you're born. You have to build that value. That's red pill philosophy, which means a consistent improvement, self-developing mindset.
Time like, hey, Tate, you have this money. When I was young, I wanted to be the big, strong fighter with money. I'm exactly what I wanted to be. I decided I wanted to be James Bond. And I got as close as I possibly could. You get to build your own character. If you want to be a rapper, you get to go be a rapper. If you want to be a gunslinging cowboy building steel buildings, you get to be Waller. You can do anything you want to be. I'm exactly what I always wanted to be. I wanted to be a fighter. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be big. I wanted to be semi-intimidating to a degree. I wanted to be connected. I wanted to be like a mob boss from a video game. I made all of that come true. As a man, you can decide exactly what you want to be. So if you're a dork, guess what you decided to be? You decided to be a nerd. And then you're going to sit there as a dork and say, why are the big G's got all the pussy? That was your decision, my friend. You have to fill up those buckets that Justin Waller's talking about. You have to go fill them up. And women, we're talking about respect. Women aren't going to respect men who don't respect themselves. You're not going to sit there without working hard and say, well, I'm a man, so you have to listen. That's fantasy tradcon bullshit. That's not real. You have to be about it, right? So get out there and do it. And that's what when Waller is saying about absorbing women is absolutely correct. As you start to fill those buckets, you're going to learn so many lessons about life, so many lessons about interacting with other people, so many lessons about self-confidence, so many lessons about how to speak. You know, you're going to learn so much that all of a sudden you're going to go up to a bitch and accidentally fuck her. You never slipped in some pussy? All I do was slip in pussy. Trip over it. All I wanted to do was say hello. And now I'm like, shit, not again.
It's like the video, niggas. Absorb. I got to say this too, because...
Okay, hold on, straight up. The great thing that he said there is that he's achieved everything he's wanted to achieve. And you can pick and choose and develop into the character that you want to be. You need to work out who that character is. And it's interesting he said James Bond, because I like to base myself on the idea of becoming James Bond as well. Smooth, slick, indifferent, masculine, always dressed well, having a purpose, trying to save the world, knows how to fight, knows how to handle a gun, knows how to drive, knows how to fly a plane. Those are all high level, high value male traits, right? That is dope. And it's great that he said that he wanted to be James Bond and he's achieved the person that he wanted to be, because you can choose the character that you want to be and you're supposed to be working on that your whole life. So again, there's not much I can disagree with here at all with these boys.
Justin, you brought up a fantastic analogy, which I will steal and give you credit on it when I use it again.
Buckets.
But those buckets, what I could say, I'll add to that. Each of those buckets you're filling with different types of soda, okay? Diet Pepsi here, maybe Diet Coke here, Coke Zero here, whatever, right? And what you got to understand, some women only like one type of soda. Let's say I want a guy that has money. That's my main priority. Cool. Well, you got that bucket filled to an acceptable degree, and you can go ahead and use that bucket. Or some girls, I need a guy that has money and is in shape. Well, you got those buckets covered as well, and you have both of those sodas. You guys need to have a goddamn, basically, vending machine of sodas available depending on who the client is that wants to drink said soda. A lot of you guys just become really fit and don't learn game or don't understand female nature or don't get your money out point or whatever, right. And you can only offer that one soda. And unfortunately, some women don't like that only, or they want a combination. So you need to be well-rounded and have everything together, money, get in shape, learn female nature, learn game, etc. So you can be attractive to a large majority.
Straight up, you need to be a vending machine. You need to offer all and the array of all the flavors. You need to be everything, not just be good at one thing. Big truth.
Of women. And this comes, guys, not to get the girls, but that comes as a byproduct of your success. You already have the restaurant that the girls want to come into. You just had the vending machine there as a formality so they can pick the soda they want. But it's already built.
Bam.
And the women come to the restaurant because they know that the restaurant's already built. And I think when guys take it that way and understand if you build it, they will come, that's the mindset you need to have, because you need to become in order to come.
Yeah,
Also,
Myron.
Yeah, straight. So let me give you a quick example right there. I used to study when I was really young, like 21, pickup artists, right? PUAs, and what they would do and what they would say. And pickup artists were basically a bunch of average looking dudes with average jobs who just wanted to learn how to pick girls up and use specific language and pickup game and pickup lines in order to pick up girls and get them interested and manipulate them into liking them. Now, that's all well and good learning that. That's one aspect of game and one aspect of being successful with women. However, if that's all you have, eventually a woman's going to figure out that you're not actually that much of a G. You don't have a great job. You don't have a great car. You're still living with your mom. You don't have a nice, you don't have a well-rounded personality. You don't have a good body. And she's going to clock that and be like, well, this guy's got some great game. I've had some fun with him, but this is done now. So you won't permanently be able to attract her. You just attract her at the beginning, which is why you do need to be the vending machine, as my G says over here, and have the array of talent so that she's like, damn, this guy's got everything. Like, what has he not got? You might piss her off with one or two things, but then she'll realize you have all these other amazing things. She won't let go of you.
You nailed something super important there, because what you're saying is by filling up all those different buckets, you have a larger plethora, you have a larger chance with more women, and to a degree, it's numbers game. Nobody's 100% successful, right? Yeah. But you have a larger plethora of females to talk to. I can sit there and be rich. I can sit there and talk about the Yugoslav conflict with the Bosnian bitch. I can sit there and be the kickboxing world champion. I can sit there and be whatever it needs to be at the time. Chameleon. Whatever it takes. And as you're saying, that's a matter of having all the different buckets filled.
Yo, quick one. Why does Andrew Tate wear sunglasses all the time? Is this a look? Is he insecure? Is there something about his eyes he doesn't like? Does he think he looks cooler with sunglasses? I don't get it. I don't get the whole sunglasses thing. James Bond doesn't wear sunglasses inside, dude. You're not quite hitting James Bond levels. All the other boys sitting there, Jay Waller, look at him. Nice suit, looking crisp. Guys looking pretty sharp. Don't wear sunglasses inside, dude. You don't need to do that. That's like a rapper flex, That's like you're trying to be some top G, as you are, apparently. The sunglasses are unnecessary if you're trying to be James Bond.
And the guys who only have one bucket filled, they're the ones who fucked up. They're the guys who sit there and all they have is money and all they talk about is their money. You know how many times I've been on dates with rich girls and they're like, oh, I went on a date and all he talked about was money. I was so bored.
Yeah, dude.
Like, all the time. No,
Huge.
it happens all the time.
Because you're one-dimensional. You are paper thin. Well, I was just going to say is that, as I was saying before, we got that guy who, that story I just was talking.
Oh, by the way, this is Rollo Tomassi. This guy wrote an amazing book called The Rational Male, which is a dope book. If you haven't read it, definitely go and read it. And like, I read the book and then I was like, who's this? And then I saw what Rollo Tomassi looks like. I was like, this guy wrote the book? Who the hell is this guy?
About the guy who's very wealthy and of course didn't know anything about women. And what happens, he gets caught with his pants down, and now that deficiency with women affects his monetary status at that point. Like, people don't want to invest in him, they don't want to be partners with him. And one of the things I think that really gets thrown around right now is chasing women versus chasing excellence versus getting in jail. Looks are everything. And it's always, again, this binary fucking, tunnel vision, put the blinders on, as if that's the only thing you can do. So everybody says, well, don't chase women, just chase excellence. Okay, great. That's good advice. But what happens is when you get to that point of excellence, when you get that money and you're where you want to be, you get blindsided by some chick who sees you as a mark, who comes in and says, hey, you know what? It comes in and picks up on you because you don't know anything about women's nature, especially when you get to be about 30, 31, and you start getting into your prime years where you're hitting your stride and you don't know anything about women. You're going to believe that chick who's 30 years old, 31 years old, who goes, oh, I just had my epiphany phase and I want to get right with God. And it's my clock is ticking and I need a guy who's going to be a good provider and protector and parentally invested. And you know what? A real man marries a woman. A real man will do the things that I want him to do now that I need him to do those fucking things that she didn't need you to do before. But you don't know any better because you have never had that education. You've been focused on just one fucking thing the whole time. And it can be, you're just chasing pussy all the time. And you know what suffers? Your finances suffer. Bam. Or maybe you're just in the gym all the time and you go, oh, well, I can get laid or I can get the attraction, but I don't know how to deal with women. You can still get blindsided. There's lots of guys who are very, very good looking, who get divorced, who get into bad situations. They get with a BPD girlfriend because it was the best pussy they ever had. Yeah. And the guy looks good. He can attract women, has no money, has nothing else going for him because he only focused on one fucking thing. And I think we need to stop looking at things in binary terms as chasing this or chasing that or chase fucking everything, man. I mean,
yeah, listen, easier said than done for sure. Like, I've been chasing everything my whole life. I've been chasing going to the gym, making sure I'm fit, chasing money, chasing a purpose, chasing girls to an extent in sort of understanding them and being emotionally intelligent and understanding their needs and their wants. Chasing, making sure I've got a damn good family and that I love them, chasing a good social circle, making sure I've got good friends around me. I'm chasing all of it. I'm not chasing one thing, which is, the problem is you got to start sacrificing the things in your life in order to chase everything. So Rollo's making a real good point here, and this stuff is definitely easier said than done. Okay, there are no specific points these guys are giving you. They're giving you an overarching idea of how to be the man, how to be a top, not even 1%, man. This is like 0.1% of men, because even top 1% of men, they don't even know this stuff, and they don't have the array of traits and talents that are required to be, I like using this word, top G, as Andrew Tate puts it.
I mean, you've got to have a well-rounded education just to protect yourself. That's not even just, promoting and becoming more, chasing excellence, like getting yourself up to that apex level. That's great. But you need to do it for your own protection and your own security.
I'll say this real quick to add to that restaurant theory, building upon that, the buckets, the vending machine, the restaurant. What Rollo just described is you have the castle, you have the restaurant, whatever it is, this establishment, you need fucking security. You need to have security that can identify the homeless motherfuckers trying to come into your restaurant and do what? Ask for free food or try to ward off other patrons that are there that are paying money to come to your restaurant. You got to kick out the fucking homeless people. And that awareness of female nature is going to be able to help you identify the bums coming into your establishment.
It's like when the 48 Laws of Power first came out, one of the things that everybody said, it's an evil book because it teaches you power techniques and you're going to be a tyrant. It's dark triad and you're teaching men to be evil. This is what
48 Rules of Power by Robert Greene. Fantastic book. You definitely want to read that book. No, it is not evil. It teaches you how to be a man, how to get your way out of life without necessarily putting others at complete harm.
they banned it in prisons, back in the day. And because they thought that people were going to use it as an instruction manual to do, unethical, immoral things. Well, of course, what Robert Greene was saying is that, no, that's not what this is. It's so what these laws are. You're not going to use every law in the 48 laws of power because some of those are pretty fucked up, man. But it's not to say that somebody else won't use them on you. And if you didn't read that because some girl said, that's an evil book, you shouldn't read that, well, then you're now at a disadvantage because you don't have that accurate information. Not that you would use, laws like, what is it? Get others to do all the work for you, plagiarize people or whatever. You're not going to do that. But if you're an author and somebody's like ripping off your shit, you better damn well know that law so you can protect yourself.
Boom. That was dope. That was really, really good. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that video. There were a lot of truths that were dropped. The last Andrew Tate reaction video I did, I disagreed with him on a lot of different things. I think he was being a little bit overly aggressive. But this time, the collection of all of these characters sitting in a room, that was some seriously really good content. That even makes me want to start a podcast and start getting a bunch of men in a room and asking them these sorts of questions and helping them and training them and getting them up to scratch. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. I thoroughly enjoyed actually watching this video and commenting on that. Real solid truths in that. I hope you guys can take something important from that. Till the next video, if you like this one, please click like, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be producing many more of these videos that hopefully help you improve your life. Peace for now.